Hey everyone, happy 2021. I have an announcement to make before I get into your chart, and that is what we're going to be doing different on this channel. I want to thank you all for all your wonderful comments, really warms my heart, but I would like to get online, upload to you on a weekly basis what we're going to do every Sunday. I'm going to be sharing with you a 36 card read, okay? I know a lot of you watch the tarot readings online. Super informative, and especially when we have 36 cards, which is something I've developed myself as an astrologer. I call it the Astro-Tarot spread. So you will have 12 different areas of your life covered every single Sunday. So hit that subscribe button, get the notification button bell too, so you'll see when they're uploaded. But that is my way of connecting with you a little bit more often instead of uploading these 12 videos once a month, okay? We get to be connected every single week, all right? So let's get into your reading now. Hello, Taurus. This is your January forecast. We're going to take a brief look at what you can expect here this month. And I'd like to start out with New Year's. Why? Because, see, both Saturn and Jupiter both have just moved into the sign of Aquarius, which is square to your sign. You've had them now for the last 2.5 years with Saturn, the last year with Jupiter. So there's been a lot of change for you. And now comes the test. How well have you been able to establish and create new grounds and roots for these changes that has come up? Jupiter is 2 degrees as we enter into January 1st, Saturn 1 degree. So they're just touching grounds and getting into this area, which for you will be, let me see, your 10th house, okay? So if you have been working on anything legal matters and justice, as Saturn and Jupiter was in your 9th house, ruling legal matters, or anything where you've really had to fight for your beliefs or having to prove yourself. Some of you have been really expanding your mind by doing a lot of research. Some of you have been going to school and so forth. That is all that 9th house is now moving into your career area. If all of that you've been doing this last year to 2.5 years was good, you will be harvesting a lot of benefit from it now, as your focus is going to go into your career and expand it and create new grounds. Saturn's going to make sure that it is going to should I say, anchor it in whatever your vision is. Jupiter will help you get the team players you need to work with you, okay? People in high places. Jupiter is the beneficiary, right? It comes in as a support. You're going to feel that, and you might just be the one who's very supportive of somebody else too in career, because this is the area where it comes out. Now, what's going to be a little tricky, because it is a little bit of a bumpy road too this month, and that is Mars. Mars has been in your 12th house for the most part there of 2020, where things were happening behind the scenes, or maybe you were acting behind the scenes, or there could have been hidden stuff, whatever it is. It's been a little uncomfortable. But now Mars is going to resurface and come into your 1st house. That is good. You're going to be so energetic, and this is taking place from January 7th, that Mars will enter into your sign. It's going to make you feel like suddenly you're awake. Wakey, wakey. You know, 12th house is all about dreaming and envisioning and working behind, like I said, not always really conscious. It's the 12th house where, ruled by Neptune, things can have been a little foggy. There might have been some addictions. There might have been this or that, whatever it is. But you're going to feel that this wake up is going to pick you up, put you straight on the path. You're going to be moving forward again. And this is so dynamic, especially when this Mars is going to hit Uranus. That's already there waiting to receive Mars. Now, Mars and Uranus together, it could be an earthquake aspect, you know, physically, the tectonic plates and whatnot earthquakes are released by the tension between Mars and Uranus. So on a more personal level, yes, it's like we have inner tectonic plates too, don't we? That suddenly gets moved. And that can happen by external circumstances. It could be a person coming in that's creating a shift, a change. Uranus is all about change, sudden change. Sometimes that's good. Sometimes we need that change if we're not capable of creating it ourselves. Maybe one has felt stuck or shackled or not able to move out of those old patterns. But with that Uranian energy coming in, it's like that lightning bolt that we never saw coming, and then Mars going, poop, here we go. This is going to take place, and pay attention to the week between the 17th to the 23rd of January. This is when these two planets are going to be conjunct. It's in your first house. So yes, it is going to affect you on a personal first house level. Now, it could be you, on the other hand, that you're the one that's going to bring this unexpected situation or news or circumstance to somebody else, because the change is within you or coming to you. The good thing about that, it's not always easy. Sometimes it can be. Sometimes it can be very exciting, right? But when it's not expected, it kind of turns everything topsy-turvy, and then we kind of figure it out and creates a little chaos at first, right? But you know what? New order can never come in unless we have chaos first. It's kind of like stirring the pot, right? And then we get something new coming in. So it's not all that bad. What I do like, let me see, 12, 11, 10, 9. So Venus, which has been now journeying through Sagittarius, I can see how you emotionally have been shooting for something that feels right, something that feels ideal on a romantic level. Venus will be moving into your 9th house, okay? So if you've been working on balancing financial situations or money that you have with partners, royalties, commissions, and so forth, that is now moving into the 9th house, where you're going to be shooting for some higher goals that can be a little bit more, I feel, idealistic, looking for solutions, finding solutions. And there's one day you will really want to be aware of, and that is January 29th, when Venus conjuncts, travels together with Pluto. The two of them together, it is very intense, can be very passionate. So romantically, yes, that is really great. And but also financially, this can be a big day because they both rule money. Venus rules money, Pluto rules big money. So put the two of those together, this could be a portal that can open up new income streams, or having to figure out how you can get from here to there if you're thinking business and finance and so forth. So January 29th. But on the 12th, you know how we always talk about the intentions of the new moon. We have a new moon on January 12th. Now, this new moon is going to be super powerful in its own way. Why? Because it is going to be at 23 degrees in Capricorn, and that is exactly where Pluto is. So when the two of them come together, emotionally, this is going to be a very super powerfully laden situation emotionally. So on the 12th, yes, pay attention to your intentions, what it is you want from your romantic life. What is it that you long for, Taurus? This is a time to envision the long term of it, because it is a new moon and it's being backed by Pluto, which has the power to shoot that new moon towards those intended goals. Now, by the law of manifestation, what we hold in our mind, we receive. Make sure it is positive, good felt emotions. If it is laden with more the lower vibrations of Pluto, and this day, for some reason, won't feel or sit with you too well, and that Plutonian energy comes up, well, you know, you're going to be putting that into your future too. And you don't want more of that to come. So try to keep a very positive attitude on the 12th, so you won't have ripple effects down the road, okay? That's something we really want to be wary about. And you'll already see that around the time of when Venus touches the same degree of Pluto as that new moon, which is January 29th. So January 12th, the new moon, on the 29th, Venus is going to meet up exactly where that new moon was, and that's going to be the first indicator of what you set yourself up for, that intensity. Okay, so this is going to be a little magical. We have maybe a lot that can come to the surface when it comes to the political field. Now, I'm not a political person, so I'm not even going to go into it, but we have tension. That's why I'm saying it's not just an easy month here in January. This Jupiter and Saturn, they're conjunct, but they're going to be squaring off on Mars and Uranus. And so there could be differences of opinions coming. Make sure that it doesn't create this divide between you and the people you love, whether it's family and friends and so forth, because Jupiter really wants to be righteous. I believe this. I see this. This is what Jupiter always does. It really shows what it is that we see. But when it's being squared, that's an opposition. It's a challenge. People might blow up around you. Remember, we got that earthquake energy with Uranus and Mars, right? So we got people that will be reactive, maybe to your views, to our views. And we might become very reactive to somebody else's views if they come across too strong and project their views. That's why I'm talking about that intensity. There's always a higher note and lower note with the planets. That moon Pluto on a high level can really produce a lot of good things. On a lower level, it will project oneself. And if we're projecting, we might get it right back in a mirror effect. Same thing with Venus on Pluto there too. So what is the key? Where can we find the magic? How can we kind of like fly under the radar so we're not going to be dragged into, sucked into these energies that could be a little touchy-feely, explosive here in January? It's all up to you. It's your choices. And so as long as you're aware of it, then you make those healthy, good, and positive choices. But that's the short and the skinny here for you, Taurus, in January. And I'll see you next month. Bye now.